Princess Charlotte may be a member of the British royal family, but her upbringing has been far from ordinary, thanks in large part to her grandmother, Carole Middleton. A devoted and hands-on grandmother, Carole has played an instrumental role in shaping Charlotte's early years, instilling values of kindness, resilience, and curiosity while giving her a sense of family warmth amidst royal expectations. As Charlotte grows into her role in the public eye, Carole's love and guidance remain a steady influence. How has Carole balanced her grandmotherly affection with the responsibilities of raising a future royal? What unique values has she passed on to Charlotte, and how will they shape her future? Carole Middleton has always played an important part in her daughter's life, but during Catherine's pregnancy with Princess Charlotte, she became even more involved. Although we don't know the exact things Carole has done, it's clear that she has always been very engaged as a mother and grandmother. Drawing on her experience raising 3 children of her own, Carole likely became a source of emotional reassurance for Catherine, giving guidance and understanding during a physically and emotionally taxing time. While Catherine worked on her health with her doctors, Carole helped keep the family feeling stable. Catherine and Prince William's first child, Prince George, was a little over a year old then and needed a lot of care and attention. You can easily picture Carole helping to keep things normal for the young prince while his mother recovered. Princess Charlotte was born on May 2, 2015, and everyone, including her family and the public, celebrated this happy event. When Catherine and William introduced their new baby girl to the public outside St. Mary's Hospital, it was obvious that Charlotte's birth marked a new chapter for the Cambridges. While everyone focused on the official events like the baby's introduction and the family's return to Anmer Hall, Carole likely played an important role behind the scenes. Reports say that Carole has always been involved in her grandchildren's early lives. It makes sense to think she was one of the first family members to meet Charlotte and helped Catherine adjust to having 2 young children. As a grandmother, Carole focuses on staying connected with her family and values the small, everyday moments that create strong relationships. Carole quietly made a big difference by offering tips during late-night feedings and being there for Catherine as she adapted to being a mother of 2. She shows her love for her grandkids in simple, genuine ways that match her down-to-earth personality. She has been spotted shopping for her grandchildren at upscale children's stores like Trotters, picking out special gifts for important moments in their lives. These moments may seem small, but they reflect Carole's joy in being a grandmother. Her active participation makes her special, showing her grandchildren that they are loved and supported. Her way of being a grandparent has clearly been influenced by her own upbringing. Carole's mother, Dorothy Goldsmith, was caring and loved to pamper her kids even though they didn't have much money. Dorothy's love and care deeply influenced Carole, and she has passed these qualities on to her own family. Carole demonstrates her dedication to her family through kind actions and active participation. In the first months of Charlotte's life, she likely experienced the peaceful routines of family life at Anmer Hall, the Cambridge family's countryside home. Here, Carole's presence would have provided not only practical support but also a sense of emotional stability. As Catherine and William adjusted to being parents of 2, having Carole there would have made things easier for them. Her experience as a mother and natural understanding of family likely helped her create a loving and supportive home for her daughter and grandchildren. Carole's role is unique because she bridges royal tradition with regular family life. Charlotte was born into a world of great luxury and high expectations, but Carole's down-to-earth approach ensured that her granddaughter also experienced many simple pleasures. She has always aimed to create a sense of togetherness and normality, whether by planning family trips or supporting Catherine and William. As Charlotte approached her first birthday, she was already building a strong bond with her grandmother. Carole's role wasn't about grand gestures or showy displays. It was about being there consistently, which is essential for a strong relationship. These early experiences, though not always visible to the public, were crucial in helping Charlotte feel safe and connected to her family. Although many details of Carole's role remain private, her impact is evident in the values she instills in her family. By being a constant and caring presence, she has created an environment where her grandchildren can thrive, even with the unique challenges of royal life. Charlotte's special moments with her grandmother have laid a strong foundation for their relationship, which will likely grow even stronger over time. As Princess Charlotte grew, She experienced a loving and supportive family life during her early years. Carole Middleton's role as a grandmother evolved, becoming even more influential. When Charlotte was a baby, Carole helped establish routines that blended everyday life with the special demands of being royal. These early years were about more than just meeting the needs of a young family. They were about building a lasting foundation that would support Charlotte in the future. Carole frequently visited Anmer Hall, the Cambridge's country home, where she was always warmly welcomed. The large estate in peaceful Norfolk provided the perfect setting for Charlotte and her older brother George to enjoy a happy childhood. At Anmer Hall, royal protocols were more relaxed, allowing the family to enjoy quieter, more private moments together. Carole's visits weren't just opportunities to see her grandchildren. They were moments to create lasting memories and teach valuable life lessons. One of Carole's greatest contributions during this time was introducing family traditions into Charlotte's life. She understood the importance of fostering a sense of belonging and togetherness. She had built her own family through shared experiences and celebrations, and she carried these traditions forward with Charlotte. Holidays became cherished occasions filled with warmth and joy. Christmas at the Middleton home was cozy and festive, with Carole ensuring that Charlotte and George were involved in every moment. Her love for family traditions was evident in activities like decorating the Christmas tree and opening special gifts together. Carole's influence extended beyond holiday traditions. She was deeply committed to ensuring Charlotte had a stable and well-rounded upbringing. She encouraged outdoor activities, aligning with the family's love of nature. The gardens at the Middleton family home in Bucklebury became a playground for Charlotte and George, where they delighted in feeding the ducks at the pond and exploring the surrounding greenery. Carole introduced them to gardening, teaching them how to plant vegetables and care for the soil. For Charlotte, these experiences were not just about learning practical skills. They nurtured a sense of joy, curiosity, patience, and responsibility. As Charlotte grew from a baby into a lively child, her bond with Carole strengthened through shared activities. Always energetic and involved, Carole didn't just watch her grandchildren play. She joined in with enthusiasm. Whether it was digging in the dirt, climbing trees, or running after the family dog, these joyful moments helped Charlotte develop a deep sense of connection with her grandmother. Something special for a child born into royalty is a chance to live a normal life. Carole's way of handling discipline and practice was influenced by a feeling of normalcy. Carole was a caring and generous grandmother, but she also believed in the importance of having rules and order. She frequently talked about how important it is to teach kids to be nice, kind, and respectful from a young age. For Carole, these lessons were not about being tough. They were about building courage and self-awareness. Even as a young girl, Charlotte showed a calm confidence that would later become one of her most charming qualities. People often noticed how Charlotte combined her fun-loving nature with calm confidence, likely because of the direction she got from her grandmother and parents. Carole's impact went beyond just teaching control. She wanted to help Charlotte be creative and use her imagination, making everyday things fun and interesting. Whether it was through arts and crafts, storytelling, or baking together in the kitchen, Carole's focus was always on fostering a sense of joy and curiosity in her grandkids. These activities aimed to help Charlotte have fun, while also encouraging her to be herself and discover what she liked. As Charlotte became a baby, she started showing hints of the personality that would later charm royal fans. She was self-assured and lively, with a sense of humor that often made her family laugh. Carole, being a caring grandma, supported these traits and enjoyed seeing Charlotte's cheerful personality. Carole was always there to support Charlotte, whether she was laughing at the family pets or proudly gardening. This support helped Charlotte grow and succeed. Carole and Charlotte's bond was especially clear during family events. Carole's home in Bucklebury, with its warm and welcoming atmosphere, often became a haven for the Cambridge family. The Middleton home was a comfortable place, unlike royal houses, where Charlotte and her brothers could enjoy being kids. It was a place where they could run around, play games, and enjoy spending time with family. For Carole, these meetups were more than just hanging out. They were about making a place where her grandkids felt safe, loved, and free to be themselves. As Charlotte started nursery school and her world grew, Carole's role remained very important. She was a steady and supportive figure, offering a safe and caring environment that helped Charlotte feel secure during the changes in her life. For Charlotte, it was very important to know that her grandmother was always there to enjoy her successes, comfort her when things were tough, and help her with new experiences. Carole believed that family is the key to a happy and satisfying life, and she used this belief to guide her role as a grandmother. She often shared how happy she felt when she spent time with her grandkids, calling it one of the best parts of her life. She had a strong commitment to family, which she passed on to Catherine and then to Charlotte. Carole showed that love, kindness, and togetherness are important. These ideals would help shape Charlotte's character as she grew up. As Charlotte neared her 3rd birthday, her relationship with her grandmother became one of the most important parts of her life. Carole's influence was apparent not just in the moments of joy and laughter they shared, but in the quiet lessons she imparted through her example. Carole was always there for Charlotte, helping her learn to take care of the earth in the yard, encouraging her creativity, and listening to her. Carole's support brought a lot of strength and love to Charlotte's life. Charlotte's early years were full of memorable moments that she would always remember. With Carole's help, she learned about family customs, the importance of kindness and respect, and the joy of exploring the world with curiosity. These times, even if no one else could see them, were helping Charlotte grow into the confident and caring young princess she was meant to be. As Charlotte got older and started preschool, her relationship with Carole Middleton grew stronger and became a key part of her youth. By now, family life had settled into a routine, with Carole playing an important part in creating a caring and stable home for Charlotte. As the young princess started going to nursery school, Carole was always there to make sure the values she taught from the start continued. During Charlotte's growth, Carole played a very important role, especially during key moments like when Charlotte started nursery school at Wilcox Nursery in 2018. Starting school can be scary for any child, and Charlotte felt the same way. Her calm appearance in public drew attention, but it was the quiet support from her family that helped her feel confident enough to try new things. Carole, who had always been very active in her grandchildren's early years, provided support during this time to help Catherine and William prepare Charlotte for the exciting but challenging world of school. Carole not only shared helpful tips but also worked to keep strong family traditions that made Charlotte feel connected and at home. One important tradition was celebrating holidays together, which Carole always valued. Christmas at the Middleton family home in Bucklebury was a special time for Charlotte and her brothers. Carole worked hard to create a joyful and friendly atmosphere, ensuring that everything from decorations to activities reflected the spirit of the season. Charlotte loved the special tradition of having an extra Christmas tree for the grandchildren to decorate. It started when someone kindly provided the extra tree. These times were not just about holiday fun. They were about encouraging creativity and allowing Charlotte to express herself in a warm and comfortable setting. The family came together not just for big events. Carole enjoyed the simple moments that made childhood special. She often planned family picnics, bike rides, and trips to the park, where Charlotte and her brothers could play freely, climb trees, and enjoy being kids. These outings weren't about fancy plans or structured activities. They were just about enjoying time together in a relaxed way. For Charlotte, these events provided a necessary break from her busy and public royal life. They gave her a glimpse of the fun and adventurous childhood that Carole had created for Catherine and her siblings, one filled with unexpected moments and laughter. Carole continued to encourage Charlotte's love for nature, which they had developed together in the garden during Charlotte's early days. Now that Charlotte was older, these moments became even more meaningful as Carole taught her the value of patience and care in growing plants. Carole used the idea of planting a seed and watching it grow as a way to share important lessons with her granddaughter. She wanted to teach Charlotte about the rewards of hard work, the beauty of caring for something, and the joy of seeing her efforts succeed. Gardening together helped Charlotte feel connected to others and to nature, which was both calming and uplifting. As Charlotte started to discover her hobbies, Carole supported her creativity and independence. Carole always encouraged Charlotte to express herself through baking, arts and crafts, and storytelling. These activities weren't just fun. They helped Charlotte develop independent thinking and appreciate her own unique personality. Carole understood that unstructured play and imagination were essential for children, especially those growing up in an environment filled with structured activities. One of Carole's best qualities as a grandmother was her ability to blend fun with structure. She loved showing her grandkids affection, but she also believed in the importance of balance, ensuring they learned valuable life lessons while enjoying their childhood. Also thought it was important to have rules and a schedule. Charlotte, who is confident and full of energy, did well with this balanced method. Carole's focus on teaching manners and respect from an early age showed in how Charlotte interacted with her family and others in public. People who follow the royal family often talk about Charlotte's confidence and calmness. These qualities were probably developed with Carole's steady support. Carole and Charlotte's friendship was more than just lessons and activities. It was about the bond they had. Carole had a natural talent for making every moment with her grandchildren special. Whether they were taking a walk in the park or having a deep talk, Charlotte felt a sense of stability and love because her grandma was always involved and caring in her life. Carole wasn't only there for important events. She was also present for the little times that seemed less significant but made a big impact. As the family dealt with their public life, Carole's role was still very important. She gave both physical help and emotional support, guiding Charlotte as she found her place in the royal family. Carole's steady support helped Charlotte keep her sense of who she was even when everyone was watching her. Carole taught Charlotte important lessons about kindness, strength, and the importance of family, which helped Charlotte grow into the person she is today. By the time Charlotte started elementary school, she had a strong bond with Carole. Charlotte's cheerful and confident attitude was shaped by her early years spent gardening, decorating Christmas trees, and enjoying family outings together. Carole's presence made Charlotte's childhood special and full of the simple joys that every child should have. These early years were not just about making memories. They were also about building a strong foundation for a relationship that would grow and change over time. As Charlotte's life expanded, the lessons Carole taught her remained at the center of her identity. Carole's love and care for her granddaughter showed in her appreciation for family rituals, her interest in nature, and her confident and respectful attitude. For Carole, being a grandmother was not just a title. It was about the lasting impact she was making on Charlotte's life. As Princess Charlotte grew up, the family dynamics began to change. By the time she was 5, Charlotte had transformed from a shy little girl into a confident young girl with a bright personality and a big smile. Her transformation wasn't just due to her personality, but also to the solid support from her parents and her grandmother, Carole Middleton. The world pandemic in 2020 changed everyone's lives, including the royal family. The Cambridges spent time at their family home, Anmer Hall, where they focused on teaching their 3 young children and aimed to keep life as normal as possible. Carole's role became more important during this time. Like so many grandparents around the world, she had to find creative ways to stay connected with her grandchildren while following safety measures. Carole maintained her close relationship with Charlotte through video calls and socially distanced visits. She knew how important security was during uncertain times, and her support, even online, helped the young princess feel more secure. When restrictions were lifted, Carole eagerly resumed her visits to Anmer Hall, assisting Catherine and William with parenting while bringing her usual warmth and energy to their home. By this time, Charlotte had begun to understand the world better. Her love for the outdoors, nurtured by time spent gardening with her grandmother, developed into a deep respect for nature. Charlotte enjoyed activities that connected her to the natural world, such as exploring Anmer Hall and planting flowers in the yard. Carole's impact extended beyond outdoor activities. She encouraged Charlotte's new hobbies and skills. Charlotte, who was lively and curious, loved helping in the kitchen from a young age. Carole gladly nurtured this interest, and baking became a favorite activity during visits. Charlotte delighted in showing off her baked treats to her parents and brothers. These seemingly simple moments held deeper significance. They reflected Carole's belief in hands-on learning and her desire to help her grandchildren feel proud and independent. As Charlotte learned more about the world, she also gained a deeper appreciation for family. Carole often welcomed the family to the Middleton home in Bucklebury, where Charlotte experienced a different kind of family dynamic. one that was warm, informal, and free from the protocols of royal life. These visits were full of fun, with activities like running in the garden, playing games with her siblings and cousins, and enjoying homemade meals prepared by Carole. Charlotte appreciated the balance between the structured royal life and the relaxed atmosphere of her grandmother's home. This blend helped her stay connected to her roots and her family. By 2024, the family faced a new challenge. Princess Catherine had abdominal surgery earlier in the year, and tests afterward revealed she had cancer. The news was a huge shock to the family and one of the hardest times they had to endure together. Charlotte, who adored her mother, found it heartbreaking to watch Catherine go through such a difficult time. However, even in this dark period, Carole Middleton became a pillar of strength and stability for the family. Carole supported Catherine in every way she could, driving her to chemotherapy appointments and assisting William with household tasks. Her role as a grandmother became even more crucial, providing comfort and care to Charlotte and her brothers while their parents coped with the emotional and physical toll of the illness. Having her grandmother close was a great comfort to Charlotte. Carole's calm presence and ability to provide stability helped the young princess navigate the confusion of the situation. This time reinforced the deep bond between Charlotte and Carole. Carole's unwavering support wasn't just about helping with daily tasks. It was about teaching Charlotte how to be resilient during difficult times. Seeing her grandmother care for her mother so lovingly left a lasting impression on Charlotte. It showed her the strength of love, the value of supporting family, and the importance of kindness. Even in the toughest moments, Carole found ways to bring joy to the family. She celebrated small victories, organized family dinners, planned fun activities for the children, and simply offered a listening ear. For Charlotte, these moments were a reminder that happiness could still be found even in the darkest times. They reinforced the idea that family is always there to provide support, no matter the situation. As Catherine's treatment continued, Charlotte began to take on a more supportive role, following her grandmother's example. She helped her mother in small but meaningful ways, bringing her water, sitting with her while she read, or offering a warm hug. For the young girl, these gestures were a way to express her deep love and care. They were a reflection of the strong values she had been taught from an early age. By the end of 2024, Catherine's health had significantly improved, thanks to her treatment and the unwavering support of her family. For Charlotte, this challenging time became a defining experience in her young life. She witnessed the strength of the women in her family, her mother's determination and her grandmother's steady resilience. These lessons were not just abstract ideas but real-life experiences that helped shape Charlotte's character. As she got older, during this time, Carole was more than just a grandmother. She was a guide, a caregiver, and a source of inspiration. Her skill in managing family life while caring for the feelings of her loved ones showed how much she influenced Charlotte's growth. In the future, Charlotte would take these lessons with her to help her face both challenges and chances. As Princess Charlotte started school, she became a confident and charming young girl that many people admired. Her growth from being a toddler to this new stage in life was strongly influenced by the values, love, and support from her family, especially her grandmother, Carole. By this point, Charlotte's bond with Carole had become an inseparable part of her upbringing, providing her with a sense of stability and perspective that went far beyond her royal role. By the end of 2024, Catherine's health was getting better, and life at Anmer Hall started to feel normal again. For Charlotte, this meant going back to the habits and customs that were part of her childhood. Carole played a key role in these moments, helping to balance royal duties with everyday family life. People often noticed Charlotte's calm behavior at royal events, but it was Carole's support behind the scenes that helped her granddaughter remain humble. Carole's approach to grandparenting had always been rooted in her view that children thrive in environments where they feel both loved and empowered. For Charlotte, this meant having chances to explore her interests, share her thoughts, and understand the importance of kindness and respect. Carole always told her grandkids to be proud of their achievements, even if they were tiny. When Charlotte happily shared her latest baked goods or showed a drawing she put a lot of effort into, these moments of praise helped her build healthy self-confidence. Carole had a big impact on Charlotte by encouraging her to be curious. Since she was young, Charlotte was eager to learn about the world, and Carole encouraged this curiosity. Carole and Charlotte bonded over their love for nature. Carole showed Charlotte how to plant flowers, grow veggies, and appreciate the natural world. These activities were not only for having fun together. They also helped Charlotte learn patience, responsibility, and to enjoy the simple things in life. As Charlotte grew up, her grandmother's teachings about kindness and strength became clearer. Catherine's illness deeply affected the young princess and her family. Watching Carole support her mother with unwavering strength had shown Charlotte the importance of being there for loved ones, even during the hardest times. These lessons were not lost on her. Charlotte began to display the same caring and thoughtful nature that had defined her grandmother's actions. Carole's ability to instill these ideals in her grandchildren came from her deep understanding of family dynamics. She had always emphasized the importance of building a strong support system where every member felt valued and connected. For Charlotte, this meant knowing that no matter how demanding her royal tasks might become, her family would always be her anchor. Carole worked hard to keep the family close, helping Charlotte learn what was really important as she grew up. Carole was not just a grandmother. She also acted as a role model for Charlotte. Her life story shows how she went from a simple background